Quazi here, and in this video, I'm going to share with you my personal success story of how I hit my financial goal of $20,000 a month in my coaching business. Before I begin this video, I wanted to quickly announce that I'm doing a free giveaway of my book, Life Mastery. If you want to enroll into a competition to win this book for completely free at the end of the week, just comment Life Mastery down below, and we'll be picking one lucky winner to get this book for completely free in the ebook format. Also, if you're interested in the Reality Mastery program, the free one-to-one consult is still being held, and spots just open up, and you can just wait till the end of the video for the announcement on that. So with that, let's get started. Now, this video is completely different, okay? This is something completely different. I don't like to share my personal story, and I do this because to come across as more relatable. But like you, even though I'm a YouTuber, I still have my struggles every single day, right? Even though I look like I'm perfect, or maybe, how do I do this? I have to. This is just something I have to do for my clients. This is bigger than me. This is for the people that watch, for the people who need inspiration. I have to be there and share my value, what I have to give to the world. This is me doing my part. So I'm going to share with you my personal success story and how I finally reached my financial goal of $20,000 a month in my coaching business. Here goes. So there's always going to be one area of people's lives, and I've seen this to be very, very true. There's always one area of people's lives that they struggle with the most. So if I give you 4 or 5 areas of your life, usually there's relationships, there's wealth, there is fitness and health, spirituality, family. If we look at just wealth, health, and relationships, there's always one area of people's lives that they always struggle with the most. So for me personally, this was always wealth. Okay, for some reason, I always struggled with wealth. And even though I still remember, even though I really wanted it, for some reason I was like, money is evil, money is bad, money is for the rich and evil. And that's what I used to think when I was younger. I just want to be a physicist and just research all the time in my basement and do something good for the world without making any money. And as I grew up, increasingly I saw that the more I resisted money and wealth, the more I actually wanted it. And this resistance was coming out of the idea that it wasn't possible to be made because of the limiting belief that I received as I was younger. It's like, money's for the select few, you have to be born with it. And I remember, my dad telling me all of this stuff like, you just have to be born a genius, and only genius people get born with money, and they have the talent to go there. You need to become a CEO. And as I started to get more and more into entrepreneurship, I saw that there are differences. There are really drastic changes. I had a drastic change in my paradigm and how I viewed money, how I actually wanted to program myself, how I actually had to view money in order to have it come into my life and align with that sort of energy. So what happened for me was, July 2018, I actually set myself, I'm going to show you this right now. So I have it here on my board. This was July 2018, financial goal. Start online coaching business that does $20,000 a month. So exactly a year and 1 month ago from the month I did a 20K month. And to be honest with you, at this point, I had no idea how this was going to happen, right? I was just getting into my senior year. I just finished my junior year of college. I was about to get into my senior year. And I read a book called Millionaire Success Habits by Dean Graziosi, and he said, okay, write a financial goal that you have, make 3 columns, write dangers, what's the danger of it? And I wrote, danger is too much competition, I'm not good enough, I don't have enough knowledge, I'm not conventional, and then parents might not approve, giving up 4 years of engineering education, not enough drive to follow through. Those are my dangers. And then make a column of opportunities. And opportunities is live my dream life, work anywhere and anytime, become own boss, afford the things that I want, travel the world, buy things for parents, do something unique, help others accomplish their goals, free up more time to experience more life. Those are the opportunities. And the strengths that I possess, so make another column for strengths, is curious and always looking to improve, passionate and driven, can block time well, have good habits, can maintain a positive outlook despite negative outcomes, in control of my reality, always looking to expand comfort zone. So by now, I had a solid grip on reality creation and using these principles to just become successful in any other field of my life. And I saw that I had relationships sorted, I had fitness sorted. The only thing that was lacking was money. And no matter how many goals I set for money, it was just never, coming into my life. And if it did, it went away, right? So that's something that I always struggle with. And July 2018, I set myself the goal, I want to make 20K a month. And I remember that my YouTube channel started December 31st, 2017. Made my first video January 1st, 2018. Happy New Year's. And when I did that, I really had no clue that this was what was going to be my business. I was just doing that for fun. And I was like, oh, cool. My friend Arlen does it. I'm going to start doing that too. And I'm going to start giving some value to people. I'm going to start sharing. I'm going to expand my comfort zone. Let's do it. And I remember I had a bad experience with having a YouTube channel in the past. I used to upload my guitar covers when I just started learning how to play the guitar. I guess I tried to be the brown Justin Bieber, but I would start uploading covers to YouTube. And this was back when I was in England in high school, before entering high school. And people would just make fun of me. I remember that there was this form time when, the whole tutorial group would come together with their respective form tutors, and someone gave the form tutor a video of mine to play for the whole class, and I just came into school and everyone was like, you played this on YouTube, you played that on YouTube. I was so embarrassed. I was like 12 or I was 14. I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh no, everyone saw my YouTube video, everyone's making fun of me. And everyone just made fun of me the whole year. But that's a story for another day. That kind of scarred me for YouTube, so I was very nervous making my first video. If you click up here, you can still check out my first video. You can see how stiff I was, how much of a different person I was. Literally, just click up here. You'll see me with long hair, how much of a different person I was then. But, I started my YouTube channel December 31st, 2017, January 1st, my first video. And I had no idea that this was going to be, my ticket to financial freedom and doing what I love and taking my passion full time. Had no idea about that. And when senior year of my college came, I became very, very uncertain of the 9 to 5. So I did 2 internships, right? I did 2 engineering internships. It was the same one recurring. And the summer of 2018, the summer of 2018. So last summer, it was only a year ago. Life changes fast. When you have the right systems in place, changes come really quick. So a year ago, I did my summer internship. And when I did that internship, it was like a toxic environment. People were just wanting to kill themselves. People were just like hating their jobs. And I was like, holy shit, I can't really work here. And they paid well. It was like $21 an hour. I was like, oh, wow, that's awesome. That's the most I'd ever gotten paid. And I worked really hard to get that internship. I applied so many different places. No one really picked me. And then I just persevered with this one. I visualized, I manifested this. I was like, yeah, I got the internship. My dad was excited. My family members were all excited. And then at the end of the internship, because I did so well, they actually called me back and gave me a full-time offer. And I was really thinking about that. I was excited. I was like, yes, got a full-time offer in the bag. Now I can really focus on what I actually want to do over senior year and not have to worry about finding a job. So senior year, first semester went by, and second semester, I started to get increasingly dissatisfied because I started to see that, okay, look, this is not something that I want to do for the rest of my life. Like, what is the larger vision that I have for my life? I don't want to live a mediocre life. My biggest fear is fear of being average. So fear of mediocrity. That was always my biggest fear. I don't want to do something that's mediocre. I want to live an exceptional life. That's always what I wanted to do. So I said, how can I do that? Well, I got to take big risks in order to get big rewards. So that's what I did. And I started investing in these courses. I started investing in programs, books, spent tons of money on myself. And second semester of senior year, I had enough time. So even before that, I would say around January, right? So around January, up until January, I had long hair and I would party all the time. I was this completely different person. I was a night person. I would club till 3 to 4 a.m. I was a club promoter. I would make money that way. And I was single. I was meeting lots of women. can't believe I'm sharing this on the channel, but I hope you guys enjoy this, all right? I hope you guys are enjoying this brutal honesty. I've never shared this before with the channel. But yeah, I used to see a lot of women. I used to go out partying. I was this completely different person. I wanted to experience that area of life, more chaos, come back home at 4 or 5 a.m., going out to clubs, all of that. And come January 1st, I started to really see within myself, what is my bigger vision of life? And I sat down, I started to define it. What is it that I really want to achieve in my life? And I saw that it was something exceptional. So I defined my dreams. And then, because of everything that I've learned and what's really helped me achieve success in relationships, achieve success with fitness, with school, academia, any other area of my life, what is that core thing that actually helped me get success? And I started to really find out more and more about identity shifting. And that's what led to the birth of the Reality Mastery program. I saw that this was the only core. My internal world changed, and as a result of the change in my internal world, my external world changed as well. So who I really became, the character that I really became, was the only reason that I was able to achieve all of these things. I became someone else after I achieved them. So if I reverse the cycle and I become first, as a result of my internal world changing, the external world changes as well. And I really look back into my past of when I actually became confident, overcame my social anxiety, and I saw that because I had crooked teeth, I always believed that I was going to be like, oh, I'm a nerdy person, I'm this and this. Quazi with crooked teeth is this person that gets bullied. And I always unconsciously visualized myself getting better and better, getting more socially confident and becoming this amazing person after I get braces and my teeth get straighter. So I created a self-image and an identity for myself after I get my teeth straightened out. And once I did, immediately I shifted into that person. And you'll see that I think from year 8 to year 9, I was this one person. Year 10 and year 11, I went from the complete lowest point in the school hierarchy to becoming one of the most popular guys in school. That's literally what happened. I just completely 180'd my life because of that self-image and unconsciously visualizing. But I created that unconsciously. I didn't really know what I was doing. But it made me realize when I was thinking about it in January and in February, the Reality Mastery program was born. And really made me think about it. I'm like, oh, okay, well, this is what happened. Right? Because of my self-image that I actually visualized, every single area of my life was transforming because of who I became, not what I did and what I wanted. And that's when I actually saw that, okay, in order to become this Quazi who does achieve his financial goals, I need to shift my identity. I need to shift into that version who is fit and worthy to achieve that dream. Not the party animal Quazi who goes out every night and just fulfills some lower desire of hooking up with women and then partying, dancing, doing all of that. But I got to become someone who actually looks at the bigger picture and the long-term pleasure rather than the short-term pleasure, the short-term dopamine spike. And what do you think happened after? So I invested in a course that taught me how to begin my program, and after defining my ideal character, who I need to become, and also the dream that I wanted to achieve, getting very, very clear on the what and the why, the how and when just fell into place all of its own. So I joined a course that taught me how to build my program, and not really my program, but rather how to actually accept payments, set up my website, blah, 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 all of the strategic stuff, how to do sales, and all of that. And that was started in 2019, January 2019, and by February 2019, the program began. And the funny thing is, because my identity got to such a level, I was doing this thing called sell before build. I didn't even have the program. I sold it to 3 people without even having a program in place. And I was absolutely shocked. At first, I was like, holy shit, this is awesome. But because I was working on becoming this successful coach and I'm putting this identity in place, I was confident enough to do that. So I got to a point where I'm worth it. I can give these people value in the amount that they paid. So I sold 3 6-week programs before I even built it. And week by week, I iterated. And looking back at it, it's such a better idea now to actually give something to people that they need rather than what I think they need and pre-build it up. So that was a better thing to do so it really worked out for me in that way. So I saw that when my identity, my internal world and my external world, the strategy was in place, success was inevitable. Within the first month, I think I made the 3 clients. The second month wasn't too well, maybe 2 clients. And then I started increasing the prices. Third, fourth month were good. And then the fifth month was really bad, right? So I would say February, March, April, May. No, fourth month was really bad. The month of May, I got no clients. And that's when I really had to coordinate and believe in myself. Because the month of May was when I actually graduated from school. And when I graduated from school, my dad was hammering down on me on getting a 9-to-5. Because I already by then made the decision that I'm going to quit. I know I got an offer letter and everything. I had to email them and say, hey, look, I really appreciate it, but I got to quit. I got to pursue my dreams. I got to do what I'm here to do. And they understood. I quit the job. And my dad was absolutely stressed out. He's like, what is my son doing? He's not doing a 9-to-5. He doesn't have a stable weekly paycheck. I wasn't worried. I knew I'm going to pull through. I always had that faith within me that this is going to happen because I chose it. I have the right systems in place. I know there's going to be temporary inconveniences where it doesn't come into my life. Because reality is arranging things for themselves. When you really study this stuff, when you've even done, I think people who are watching, who are clients of mine in the Reality Mastery Program, they know this, right? So when you really know how to coordinate your way through this dream, you just become a complete master of it. It's just like, these are all temporary inconveniences. You just completely ignore them. Like, oh, this is bullshit. Oh, no clients this month? Cool. Next month it's going to come. It's going to come. It's going to come. There's always faith in there. And because of this faith, it pulls through for you. So when you have your internal world in place and the strategy, the external world in place, success is inevitable. Now, the thing is, the internal world is much more important than the external world. When this is in place, this falls into place as well. Okay, so this comes in first and then this falls into place all of its own. The how and when, it comes in all of their own. But you got to get clear on this because I've seen people who have taken, I have had clients who have taken so many different courses, so many different strategic courses, and they haven't been able to get to the level of success they want to get to, right? And this was because two people can do the exact same strategy, exact same actions, but get completely different results. I had a prospective client come in and he was like, yeah, dude, so I did the same course as the founder of Airbnb at the same time. We both did it. And he came out of it with the idea for Airbnb. I came out of it and I'm still living in my trailer. Nothing's really changed for me. But for him, he became a millionaire. So it's really the internal world that was different between the both of them, right? And that's why this big difference exists. That's why two people can do the exact same thing, get completely different results. Because the external world, aka the action level, is just a surface level. And in the Reality Mastery Program, we discussed this. That's the most surface level that you can influence in your reality. You go a level deeper, it's the emotion level, and then the beliefs level, and then the identity level. The identity is the core level there is. What you call as yourself is right now just an unconscious collection of thoughts, beliefs, ideologies, blah, blah, blah. But we want to turn this process conscious. We want to create ourselves in a conscious manner so that we can achieve whatever it is that we want to achieve. So this was the secret formula to success for me. Having the identity in place and then looking for any strategy. It doesn't matter. It's good if it's a good strategy, because if you believe and have the conviction that this is a good strategy, people are getting results from it. I made sure to join a program that has lots of testimonials in it. Joined that, got success. And, the 3 keys that I'm going to share with you that helped me do this was, first of all, always expanding my comfort zone, right? So this was truly, truly important. Anytime I did a lot of uncomfortable things to get to this point. It wasn't comfortable, but it was because my attitude was, if it's uncomfortable, it's going to lead to growth. So do it. If it's uncomfortable, it's going to lead to growth. So do more of it. I was getting comfortable being uncomfortable, and I was getting uncomfortable being comfortable. It's gotten so bad that I just get uncomfortable being comfortable. So I got to force myself to be comfortable because I'm uncomfortable doing that. It becomes crazy, but only human beings can do this. Only human beings can attach a good meaning to something that is killing them. Okay, so it's kind of like you go to the gym, your muscles are getting destroyed, but you attach a good meaning to it. It's like, I'm getting uncomfortable, baby, this is growth. Only human beings with the power of consciousness can do this. So I attach a good meaning to getting uncomfortable because I know that the more uncomfortable I am now, the more growth I'm going to get later. And I did uncomfortable things like make 7 YouTube videos in one day. Every single Thursday, I would make 7 YouTube videos, edit 7 YouTube videos, and release 7 YouTube videos. It would take me 12 hours in total. I would just sit down, crank it out. I did that for around 4 or 5 months. If you even go back to my channel, you would see that I did daily videos for 3-4 months. And I'm so glad I did, because that's what helped me compound up until this point. I think it took me 2 years to get to 3,000 subscribers. And then because of that compound effect, what happened was within a month, I gained 12,000 subscribers. So my channel right now probably has 15 or 16,000 subscribers. But that's because in 1 month, a couple of my videos went viral because of the work that I put in the past. The eighth wonder of the world is compound effect. So it went like this, and then it went like that. So that's how my channel is blowing up right now, because of the internal work that I had in place that allowed me to do all of that, and I guess manifestation. Really, when you practice this stuff, you can't explain why some of the things happen. I can't explain how and why I really hit this, but I know that when you put the right systems in place, the universe arranges things for you, and it really happens. So this is the closest I can get to actually making this strategic and systematic, a systematic way of you achieving success in your life. And that's why we do the Reality Mastery Program. It's a systematic way for you to achieve whatever it is you truly want to do. You can't do whatever it is that you feel like doing in the moment. You can literally do whatever it is you're truly passionate about. And most people get stuck at finding what they're passionate about, what their purpose is, because they don't have a definition for their dreams. And that's why weeks 1 and 2 of the program is so important. So number 1 is expanding comfort zone. This is super, super important. I saw that whenever I expanded my comfort zone, growth was inevitable. Number 2, I always stay true to my identity, right? So what this means is whenever I shifted into the Quazi that's a successful coach, I went from being long-haired Quazi to short-haired Quazi, from night owl Quazi to morning person Quazi, okay? So this was a big shift that happened in my life. I saw that I went from waking up at 11 a.m. And if you look at some of my videos, even the subliminal video that I have, click up here, I just woken up it was probably 11 a.m. And waking up at 11 a.m., I don't think I've done that within the past 6-7 months. I think that the last time I woke up at 11 a.m. was a year ago. So usually I naturally wake up now, because of how I've conditioned myself, naturally from 5:30 to 6 a.m. That's when I wake up. And I'm in bed by 10 p.m. And I work from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. I eat dinner. And then 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I work 2 more hours. And that's recent, but usually I've been working from 7 to 6 anyways. But because this month the program is going big changes, I got to put in more work and get things out, help clients out. That's what I've been doing lately. So I'm always true to my identity, what I've created for myself, and the actions reflect who I truly am. I do because I am, not I am because I do. Most people get this mixed up. Also, number 3 was coordination and consistency. The month of May, when things didn't go my way, I got 0 clients. My dad was worried, and he was projecting his worries onto me. He was like, "Why are you doing this? I'm scared. Don't do this. Just get a 9-to-5 job. You'll be safe. You'll be safe. You'll be safe." I was like, nope, this is just what's happening. This is a temporary inconvenience. It was supposed to happen. Most people can't stay consistent at this phase. They just give up. People just give up. If you give up, you're never going to achieve your goals, right? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I always stayed consistent with the dream and the vision that I'd created for myself. And as a result, boom, it's here. Eventually reality will yield. Who's going to yield first, you or reality? If you keep the attitude for long enough, eventually reality is going to yield. You can present, the mirror of reality loves to present you with illusions, but if you present an illusion to it and keep it up for long enough, it has no choice but to yield. And with that, I conclude this video. I sincerely hope this was valuable to you. And also, this was a more personal story to me. I've been getting a lot of requests to share some success stories, and that's what I'm doing right now. From this point forward, my next goal will be to hit 100K a month in my business, get to 1.2 million a year. And when I give so much value to people, this is going to happen. I know this goal is going to be hit soon, so I'll probably make a video once it is. Now, just to recap, there's always one area of people's lives that they struggle with the most. And for me, July 2018, I set the goal of making money. Money was a big blocker for me because of maybe unconscious beliefs that I had as I was younger. And it took me from February to August to hit my first 20K a month. So it happened in a relatively short period of time. I would personally say I thought it would take a lot longer, but I believe that pushing it, expanding comfort zone, staying true to my identity, creating that character, staying true to that character every single day. And because of my uncertainty in my senior year, this led me to a lot of introspection, really, why it is I'm doing all of this, who am I, what it is that I want to achieve, what's the larger vision for my life that I want to achieve. And that's when the birth of the Reality Mastery Program came about, and the idea for identity shifting and the identity level came to me. And that's when I went from long hair to short haired Quazi, made a big change in my life. I had long hair for like 3 years. And then I joined a course on how to start my business that taught me all of the strategies. Having the identity and the strategy in place helped me get success. The 3 keys are: always expand your comfort zone. If you have a big goal, you got to expand your comfort zone every single day, baby. Number 2 is stay true to your identity. Anything that you do, any action that you take, stay true to it. Make it reflect who you are. I do because I am, not I am because I do. Number 3, coordination and consistency. So whenever things don't go your way, you got to learn to coordinate. It's what week 4 of Reality Mastery is all about. Coordinate. And consistency. Staying consistent to the vision you've set up for yourself. Allowing yourself to, lose the battle, but not staying too rigid onto it, but at the same time, keeping the general flow in your direction, right? Because the more you resist, the more it's going to persist. If you try to force your emotions, it's never going to work. It's futile. You can't fight your emotions. What you can do is change your relationship to them. And that's a video for another day. So with that, thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped. And please leave me a comment letting me know what you thought of this. This was a different style video. I sincerely hope this helped. And let me know if you thought this was shitty, if you want me to do more of this kind of stuff, sharing my personal successes and my personal story. And also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell there so you're notified of any new video that I put out. Also, I'm super excited to announce that we're growing a massive Facebook group, not a massive beard. I'm not growing a massive beard, but a massive Facebook group. So click on the link below to join the Facebook group, and I hope I see you there. And also, the Reality Mastery Program is open for enrollment. And if you're interested in experiencing this powerful shift in your life and really driving you towards your passion, setting your soul on fire, click in the link in the description below to sign up for your free one-to-one consult where we will be diagnosing your current law of attraction practices and how you can use this method of becoming that ideal self to achieve your goals effortlessly in a relatively short span of time. I mean, as it happened for me, as you saw. So with that, thank you for watching. Till next time. Peace.